Welcome back! Which came first quiz? Let's test your knowledge with 25 quick questions. To start off with question 1. Which came first, the dinosaur or the turtle? Turtles! Ancient turtles were crawling around over 220 million years ago. Moving on, which came first, books or movies? Books! Handwritten books existed for thousands of years before the very first moving pictures were ever filmed. Here's a practical one. Which came into the world first, the hammer or the nail? The hammer! Early humans used stone hammers for thousands of years before metal nails were ever invented. How about this desktop classic? Which came first, paper or scissors? Scissors! Ancient Egyptians used spring-style shears centuries before modern paper was invented in China. Let's talk travel for question 5. Which hit the scene first, the airplane or the car? The car! Gas-powered cars hit the road in the late 1800s, almost 20 years before the Wright brothers flew their airplane. Next up, which was around first, honey or chocolate? Honey. Bees have been making honey for millions of years, long before humans learned to process cacao into chocolate. How about tracking time? Which came first, the clock or the calendar? The calendar. Ancient civilizations tracked months and seasons using stars, long before mechanical clocks were built. Art class showdown. Which was invented first, crayons or markers? Crayons! Wax crayons were invented in the early 1900s, while felt-tip markers didn't come around until the 1950s. Breakfast time! What came first, waffles or pancakes? Pancakes! Flat cakes cooked on hot stones go back to ancient Greece, long before waffle irons were created. We've reached question 10. Packing your bags. Which came first, the backpack or the suitcase? The backpack! People carried gear strapped to their backs for thousands of years before luggage suitcases were designed for travel. Looking up at the sky, which formed first, the sun or the moon? The sun! Our sun formed first, and the moon was created millions of years later when space debris collided with Earth. Musical instruments now. Which came first, the drum or the violin? The drum! Drums are one of the oldest musical instruments in human history, beating long before stringed violins existed. Fruit aisle debate. Which came first, apples or bananas? Bananas! Wild bananas were cultivated by humans thousands of years before modern sweet apples were formed. Getting dressed in the morning. Which came first, socks or shoes? Shoes! Ancient humans wrapped their feet in leather for protection long before woven fabric socks were made. Halfway mark with question 15, lighting up the room. Which came first, the flashlight or the candle? The candle. Wax candles lit up homes for centuries before batteries and electric flashlights were invented. Out on the street, which came first, the wheel or the bicycle? The wheel! Simple wheels were used for pottery and carts thousands of years before anyone built a bicycle. Weather check! Which came first, the raindrop or the rainbow? The raindrop! Light needs to pass right through raindrops in the air to create a rainbow in the sky. Nature trivia. Which species was here first? Fish or birds? Fish. Swimming sea creatures filled the ocean hundreds of millions of years before feathered birds evolved. High altitude thoughts. Which came first, the mountain or the valley? The mountain. Valleys are created over time when water and glaciers carve through land between existing mountains located next to mountains. Question 20. Tiny creatures time. Which evolved first, ants or bees? Ants! Ants evolved over 140 million years ago, long before bees appeared alongside the first flowering plants. Back to dessert. Which came first, cake or ice cream? Cake! Ancient civilizations baked honey cakes centuries before frozen dairy desserts were ever made. Carnival snacks. What existed first, popcorn or cotton candy? Popcorn! Indigenous cultures were popping corn thousands of years ago, while cotton candy wasn't spun until 1897. Sports trivia. Which came first, basketball or soccer? Soccer! Ancient kicking games were played for centuries before basketball was invented in 1891 using peach baskets.
Plucking some tunes. Which came first, the guitar or the piano? The guitar! Stringed instruments like lute-style guitars existed long before the mechanical piano was created in 1700. Home stretch with question 25. Cruising around. Which hit the pavement first, the bicycle or the skateboard? The bicycle! Two-wheelers were rolling around in the 1800s, while skateboards didn't show up until surfers made them in the 1950s. Awesome job finishing all 25. How many did you get right? Drop your final score in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more fun quizzes.